Hello. Hope everybody's doing okay in quarantine, but today I'm coming to you with another video, the Trini chef Akeisha Haid. So today I'm actually going to show you how to do a nice stew conch. Conch is something a lot of people don't cook because they're not familiar with it or they don't know what it looks like. But the one that I'm using, I actually bought already cleaned and frozen in a package. So what I did, I put it in the pressure cooker and let it cook until it was nice and tender, and then pounded it and sliced it. So that's what you're going to see me putting in the pot today as I do this dish. One of the things that I really want to encourage everyone to do is try new things and try things that you're really not familiar with. The worst that can happen is you have to start all over again. But conch is what I would consider very similar to flavor profile of scallops, but yet the texture that is a lot tougher. So when you bite into it, it's very mild seafood flavor, very sweet. However, the texture of it has a little bit more chew or bite to it than a scallop. But in terms of flavor, that would be the closest thing to it. So hope you guys enjoy this video. And please, if you have questions, feel free to put it in the comments below. But let's get started. Okay, so all you home cooks out there, we're about to get started making our really yummy and delicious conch stew. So here I have my pot that's heating up, which I'm going to add some oil to before we start. So for this dish, we're going to start, we have some sliced green peppers, sliced onion, crushed garlic and thyme, minced ginger, pimento pepper, and in here I have a combination of sazon, seasoning, Maggi, black pepper, and salt, canned diced tomato. I use the canned because I get a lot more juice and then you get a lot more color from this dish. Then here I actually have some of the liquid in which I cooked the conch in. So this came out straight from the pressure cooker. When I was cooking the conch, I actually cooked it with some garlic, onions, a little bit of Maggi in there. And then here I also have the diced cooked conch that I talked to you about. So once you have all of your items ready, this dish actually cooks pretty quickly, right? So the key to this is making sure you have everything prepped and ready to go. So we're going to start off by adding some oil to our pot. We added the oil to the pot, so now we're going to start off by adding our ingredients to it. So we're going to start off by adding the onions. My stove is on high because we really want to get a nice quick saute on everything. We're going to add the ginger. Then to that, we're going to add the garlic and the thyme. You should smell it in here. One of the good things is I always tell people, if you want people to think you can cook, put some garlic and onions and oil in a pot and cook it, and your neighbors are going to think you're cooking up a storm. Little do they know you can't even boil water. All right, but here we have those ingredients cooking nicely. I'm going to add now the tomato. Which is going to be the start of our sauce slash gravy. I'm going to add the pimentos. And lastly, the green peppers. So as I have this going now, in order to create some sauce, I am going to add some of the liquid that we cooked the conch with. That's gonna go right in. And then all the seasonings that I had, I'm gonna add that in. I'm gonna add a little bit more, or all of that liquid. And you can see how nice that looks. And then to that, we're gonna add the conch. And I'm actually gonna add a little bit more of the conch liquid to this that I have. So I'm actually going to cover this and let it simmer for a few minutes, and then we'll come back and see how we're looking. All right, so conch has been cooking here for about 15 minutes. So let's take a look at that. So as you can see, it's coming together nicely. And in order for us to thicken the sauce a little bit, I'm actually going to add here a little bit of ketchup and some red pepper flakes for a little bit of heat. You can also use Scotch bonnet peppers, a hot pepper, pepper sauce, whichever you'd like. So the ketchup adds a little bit of sweetness as well as help to thicken the sauce a little bit. Some people like to thicken using flour. I don't, because a lot of people now are celiac and have gluten allergies, so I try to leave out flour wherever I can. So it helps just in case anyone has an allergy. So I added the ketchup, so I'm gonna let this simmer for another 5 minutes or so uncovered so that the sauce can reduce a little bit, and then we will be ready to go. So we added a little 5 more minutes for this to reduce, and as we can see, our conch is cooked nicely, the vegetables are cooked, and our sauce has reduced. So it is actually time to take this off. Today I'm actually going to be serving this with some spinach rice that I made, as well as a salad and some type of vegetable. So stay tuned for the plating.